Jesus went down to Capernaum, a town in Galilee, and on the Sabbath began to teach the people. They were amazed at his teaching, because his message had authority. One day Jesus was teaching Pharisees and teachers of the law who had come from every village of Galilee and were sitting there, and the power of the Lord was present for Jesus to heal the sick.
Jacob, Shebna, I'm healed. I can stand. Well, it takes a bit of getting used to, but I can walk. I can skip. I can dance. I can. Yeah, I can dance. Yeah. The trouble is, all this exercise is starting to wear me out. Jesus healed me. I knew if I got close to him, something amazing would happen. And I won't be needing that mat anymore. Although I think I'll keep it to remind me of what life used to be. What happened? Jesus happened. That's what happened. We see, I'd heard all about this Jesus. And I heard he was coming to town. And well, I heard, this Jesus, he's been healing people all over the place. I mean, he's been healing blind people and lepers. No, not leopards. Lepers. So I wanted to see him. I wanted to go and see him. So I spoke to my boys, my people carriers. Yeah. And I asked them to take me to where Jesus was. Well, it took a bit of persuading, actually, a bit more persuading than I expected. But they took me. They took me to Jesus. Well, but you should have seen this place where Jesus was. It was teeming with people. There was loads of people there trying to barge our way through, but they weren't having it. I wanted to get to Jesus. So I had an idea. I looked up on the roof, and I thought, we could go on the roof, make a bit of a hole, lower me down. So we did. It took a bit of huffing and puffing to get me up there, but we got up there. The lad started to make a hole. Soon there's a hole big enough to lower me down. Trouble is, nobody had brought any rope. Yeah, so, they're clinging on for dear life while lowering me down. And I'm clinging on for dear life as well. And this causes a bit of a kerfuffle in the house below, partly because there's a man who's not an angel hovering above them, and partly because the owner of the house is now shouting out, "What have you done to my roof?" But you've got to understand that my boy's arms and the mat are not quite as high off the ground as the roof. So with a shout of, "Watch out below," they drop me onto the heads of the people looking up. So Jesus, he looks up at my boys, who are now waving from the roof and mouthing, "Sorry, I'm sure Jesus can heal headaches as well." And then Jesus looks at me and he says, "Friend, your sins are forgiven." And I thought, thank you very much. I've come here for a healing, but if you want to wipe the old wrongdoing slate clean as well, that's fine by me. But this causes a bit of a kerfuffle in the other corner. This bunch of men, they start mumbling. And then this chap stands up and he says, "Who can forgive sins but God alone?" And Jesus answers quick as a flash. And he says, "Which is easier? To say to this paralytic," that was me, "your sins are forgiven," or to say, "Get up, take your mat, and walk"? And I thought, say that one, Jesus. Go on, say that one, hey? Because I will happily walk out of here with my mat under my arm, no problem, hey? You just say the word. Well, he did. He looked right at me and he said, how did he put it? He said, so you may know that I have the authority on earth to forgive sins. Get up, take your mat, and go home. Well, as soon as he said that, it was like the whole lower half of my body was being squeezed really tight. And a couple of people helped me, and I got up. And I took one step, and another step. And I was walking. It was a miracle. I was walking. I was healed, and then I looked around the room, and tears are streaming down my face at this point. And people are clapping and cheering. And then I looked up at my boys on the roof, you know, my former people carriers, and they're clapping and cheering as well. I think they were relieved they didn't have to carry me around anymore. And then I walked over to Jesus, and I gave him this massive hug. And I just kept saying, thank you, thank you. And then, for the first time in my life, I picked up my mat and I walked out of the room. And I was really happy about it, actually. And then I said to the owner of the house, as we left, you know, we'll be back later to fix the roof. And he goes, no. I want to leave it like it is for a few weeks. Bit of a tourist attraction. So there we are, my brothers. Hey, whew, I'm healed. Isn't that amazing? What? You're going to throttle them? And why are you going to do that? They've been carrying me around for years. You told them to keep me away from Jesus. Why would you want to say that? Unbelievable. I'm healed, and all you can think about is money. You told them to keep me away from Jesus because you knew something like this might happen. Well, I think it's about time you got jobs of your own now, you know, eh? Yeah, because you've been living off the money people have been giving me for far too long. Yeah, no, I'm not going to pretend I haven't been healed. No, I'm not going to flop down onto the mat a couple of days a week. Yes, I know we made a lot of money. What? No, there is no way I am ever going to pretend that I haven't met Jesus. I mean, why would I want to do that, eh? He is the best thing that has ever happened to me.